Hello, hello. Welcome to another edition of Debt Ain't My Daddy. Let me step back there. There we go. So my head's not. Oh, let me just a little bit higher. How are you guys today? This is going to be my very first official question and answer day of anything to do with personal finances. Anything. Doesn't matter. And what I'll do is I'll justify it all with math. Everything. So you'll leave knowing something, and you'll leave realizing that you don't need to be a mathematical genius. You just need to know the base. All right, you just need to. First let me tell you who I am. My name is LJ Young, and I am a 100% debt-free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them financially see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where I lived for the first 40 years of my life, believing in credit and debt and credit scores and long lines of credit and credit cards. And I didn't believe I was anything or anyone without it until I freed myself. Now that I'm free, I help. I always have trouble doing this. I help people come over that want to be financially free or tired of living paycheck to paycheck, but they don't understand that money is spoken in two languages, debt and debt free. If you've been in debt all your life, you only speak debt. Trust me. And so you don't know what you say or think about money because being born, you only can see, mostly you just see what's around you and you assume that's the right way because you can see people's stuff and cars and jewelry and stuff like that. It's just stuff, right? And so you think that is success. So you just do it and then you go out and get a high education, or you just get loads of student loan debt, thinking higher education is going to equal more money, right? That's the natural thought. Hey, man, if I get more, that means I'm going to make more money if I get a higher education. So I'm going to spend another $60,000 in student loan debt to get that, and then and it's just an endless, it's an endless circle, right? I help people get out of that way of thinking. I am like any kind of financial person that you've probably ever experienced. And so today, whoops, let me get this so make sure I'm able to see questions. Duh, that's what the thing is for. All right. All right. I will be unlike any type of financial person that you've ever heard of in your life. I guarantee it. And what I'll tell you and how I do this is if you're new to the channel, what I was talking about, the debt matrix, where everybody lives that believes in credit and debt, how I bring people out of that, I expose what I call glitches in the debt matrix. All right. And glitches in the debt matrix are things that don't make financial sense, yet you keep doing them and wonder why you're still living paycheck to paycheck. And you just cannot figure it out why. And then you ask your friends around you that are doing the same financial things you are, and you're asking them, but you go by their stuff, right? You think the stuff that they have, they must know, or they must have money or whatever, right? But you don't know the math, so you never really know. But what you don't realize that everybody in the debt matrix does the same thing, so you're never going to get out of it. And so I help people, like, for example, here's an example. When you go fill out a credit application, right? They go by your gross income, money that you're not even gonna get. Not even. Nobody ever stops to say, "Wait a minute, why are you going by money I ain't even getting?" But nobody just go, "Oh man, I can get more car if they go. I can get more car if they go by my gross income." Because you know why I'm saying that? Because I used to say that. I used to go, "Man, yeah, if they go by my gross, that means I can get that car with the leather and everything in it." The only person I was fooling was me. I was fooling myself, getting deeper, just digging a deeper hole, It doesn't make any sense. That's just one. All right, I have other videos. Go through my videos. I got some called glitches in the debt matrix. There's so many. There are so many. But this is what I help people come over, and I justify it with just fifth grade math. So that's why money is a very sensitive subject, right? Very sensitive, very sensitive. So I want to make sure you guys are comfortable with leaving, you might not like the math when you leave or to watch the end of this video or interact with me. You're going to leave knowing that the math is right. And that's the only thing I really want you to leave with. You might not even like what I'm saying. Hey, I'm still going to do whatever I'm going to do. That's fine. I'm not here to stop nobody from doing what they want to do with their money. I'm not. This is a free country. We need people like that so the economy will keep going. It's nothing personal. And when I say stuff like that, it's nothing personal. We need people to keep spending the way they're spending and not really caring and believing they're homeowners while they have a mortgage. It's just, hey, we need those people to survive if you want to be a successful entrepreneur. Because think about it this way. When you're in debt, you feel like money is scarce, right? Yet you see companies like Amazon and Microsoft and Apple, they're making multis of billions of dollars. How is that? How is that possible? How is that possible? That's what I'm saying. So it's possible. They're not space aliens. They're not they're regular people like you and I. But yet we believe that you can't become a billionaire. That's not true. That's not true. And the clients that I have and the people that are hopefully future potential clients, I want you to understand what I'm sharing with you is a gift. It's a gift. And people won't even know how you are so happy, always have money. They won't even know. They won't even know how. And the only thing is because you're debt free. This is the main, and the further I've been out, and I'm just staying on, I want you guys to understand, I'm just staying on here because I'm waiting for some people to interact. Let me not lose the topic of the whole question and answer. This is a question and answer. Any type of personal finance question you have to ask me about how to get out of it. Should I do it? Should I not do it? Am I ready for a house? I want to buy anything. What type of mortgage? Anything. And I will give you the right answer and I will justify it with math. Anything. So today's the first one. So I got to just push this out more and more. But in between time, I'm just going to talk so you guys can kind of understand the perspective of how I come from with money. How I come at with money. How I understand finances today, I understand it's a 100% gift. It is. It's just fifth grade math. That's what makes it so wonderful. It's not even hard. I can help anybody. All they got to do is believe the numbers that I set in front of them. If they believe those numbers that I set in front of them, they'll be on their way. But that's going to be the hardest part. That's going to be the hardest part. I want you guys to understand that. I'm 100% debt free. That means I owe nobody on earth a dime. Nobody. No student loans, no credit cards, no car notes, no department store cars, none of that. I don't have none of that. None of that. Now I want you to ask 10, 20, maybe even 30 of your friends. Are you debt free? And let me tell you how that's going to go. Okay, I'm gonna tell you how that's going to go. And I'm not predicting the future. It's just when you're on this side of the money game, it's clear why that is. When you ask somebody that question, they usually say things like, "You mean everything but the student loan? Everything but the mortgage? Debt is debt. Why would you exclude that particular debt?" You know why they're excluding that? And I'm going to tell you why. Because I experienced the same thing. People say that because they don't believe they'll ever pay that off. That's why they say that. There is no other reason why you would say that. Everything but the student loan, everything but why would you wouldn't, why? Because you don't believe you'll ever pay it off. That's why. So when I hear that, That's exactly what that person is telling me. Everything but. And if a person believes everything but, you will never, ever experience what I'm experiencing today, the freedom. That's mathematically impossible. You can't experience this freedom because you will have debt. I don't care if you paid off every single debt except your student loan. You got to get rid of that student loan to feel what I'm telling you today. I want you guys to understand this. This is an unbelievable freedom, unlike anything I've ever experienced in my entire life. And I'm 49 today. Entire life. I was just like you. I want you guys to understand. I was just like you, financing everything under the sun because I could, because I had what? Good credit. Credit don't. I was just on the wrong side of credit. There's the business side of credit, and then there's the consumer side of credit. I was over here. I needed to be over here, but I just didn't know how to cross over. Now I look at credit like the sides of a coin. A coin has three sides: heads, tails, and the edge. This is where I live. Now I understand how both sides work. I understand it. It's clear. It's crystal clear. It's crystal clear. Like I said before, I'm on here to answer anybody's personal finance question. Anything that you might be having trouble on. You might be, should I do this? How do I get out of this phone bill? I got 4 or 5 phones on there. I don't know how to get from under it. How do I do it? Anything. And when you walk away from me, I will have justified everything I'm telling you with math. With math. You'll know it's justified. I'm not making up anything. You won't leave not understanding. You'll understand. How do I know this? Because I lived it. I was doing all that credit stuff. And one day, I remember like this. I remember one day, I was walking down this little area, these new complexes they build with, the apartments on top, stores on the bottom, and shopping and all that stuff. I remember walking through that area where I lived, because I always wanted to live in a community like that, right? Paying out the nose for something I didn't own. And I remember thinking to myself, is this it? That's it. I just stay at my job for the next 20, 30 years, retire, and then I start living life. I was like, nah, that can't be true. That's not it. I said to myself, I refuse to believe that's it. I refuse. And after that, what woke me up was I went to go get a loan, because I'd never been turned down for a loan before, because I always had good credit, great job, 6-figure income, right? Until one day they turned me down. Now, and the bank says, hey, your DTI is too high, sorry, And I was like, oh, okay. Now, I went and read to understand the bank's definition of DTI, right? I that made, okay, yeah. I spent more than I make, and I'm way over half of my, if not double, of what I actually make per year, right? And so what that really means is that, oh shit, I'm over my head. The bank knows that and says, sorry, can't give you no more. But was the key thing that woke me up, because I was like, yeah, I get that. But something that makes sense, I was like, but I followed all the rules. Good credit, good job, pay debts on time. And the bank said, if I follow those rules, they will continue to give me loans, right? That's why I was raised. Okay, cool. Yeah, cool, right? And then one day they said no. And then I was like, I followed all your rules, but you're telling me no? I got good credit, good job, never missed a payment, but you're saying no. Yeah, I know you said DTI, but you guys got me here by following these rules. Now you're telling me no. Then a light went off in my head. Something doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. I couldn't put my finger on it, why it didn't make sense, but I knew something didn't make sense right there. I was like, dang, I'm trying to figure this out. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I said, something doesn't make sense right there. I followed all the rules, but you're telling me no. I was trying to put my finger on it. I couldn't put my finger, so I was Googling debt. I was like, debt, this and that, DTI, debt to income ratio, and blah, 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 right? And then I came across a white man named Dave Ramsey, right? Older white guy, Southern dude, right? And he just explained it like math, just basic math, just basic math. And I said, that just clicked. I was like, what? And then I added up all my debt, right? Every single penny, right? And I was in a negative, deep. And then I looked at, and when I added up, it said, that's my net worth. I said, wait a minute. That's how much I'm worth in a negative? Yep. I said, I got to get myself out of the negative. And you know what I did? I sold my car, got out my fancy high-rise apartment, moved in with my sister into a room in her house, everything. People thought I was broke. What's wrong with him? Something wrong with him? No, ain't nothing wrong with me. Something's wrong with you. Then once I got out of debt, ooh. Let me tell you something. By the way, let me just between here. This is a question and answer. Anything financial, personal finance you guys have to ask me. If you want to type it. Let me know. This is the very first video for that session. I'm going to start out with once a week. And hopefully it'll catch on. Tell your friends, tell your family, any kind of question that's keeping people living paycheck to paycheck, but they don't understand why. I will tell you why, and I will justify it with math, okay? If it's a quick question, all right? But I always say it's not really difficult. It's not really difficult at all. It's going to be math. But anyway, once I got out of debt, oh, okay. Let me read your question real quick. You'll follow me. Wow. Man, hey man, we talked, right? You know I like hearing that kind of stuff, man. 35. Hey, you better let me know when it's zero. That's what I want to know, when it's zero. I want you to take about a month or two, let it soak in. Let it soak in. Ask your friends. Say, hey, man, you know how much debt you're in? Well, I'm going to give you the answer. They're going to say, no, Why do I care? They're never going to get their money. Nobody's going to, all that stuff, right? And just soak it in and just feel how rare you are. This is a gift. This is a gift. Man, here, I'm going to tell you something. Businessman to businessman, I'm gonna tell you guys how to do this. Okay, when you're debt free, this is the weapon. This will be your weapon to weave through the snakes, the greedy people that's trying to just mess up your business and take your money and stuff like this. That's all you got to do. Look at their personal credit report. It better look like yours. And you know how ours is. Once you're debt free, it's really nothing on it. I got one credit card on it. That's it. I show mine on Facebook so everybody can see it. I got one credit card. That's how their personal credit report better look. Their personal credit report better look like yours. So if somebody comes up to you and try to do business with you, hey man, and they got all this stuff in the house and the cars and the rims and the jewelry, hey, you just go, hey, no, I don't care all that. Let me see all three of your credit reports. That's all I want to see. It will never lie. And check it out. The guys that are scamming and doing all that stuff, trying to get over on people, they can watch this video and they won't even know what I'm talking about. You know why? Because they've never seen a credit report like that. They don't even know what's on it. They don't even know what it looks like. They don't have anybody to ask. I guarantee you. And even if you showed them yours, they'll be like, what's that mean? Exactly. That's it. You know how hard it be to people to scam on you financially? Oh God, it's so, you could spot financial scammers a mile away. You're right. It's all mindset, man. It's all mindset. Oh shoot, is this, okay. I hope it ain't, there we go. Make sure it ain't doing that. Okay. I don't know how long I've been blurry. Crap. All right, back. Yep, it's a mindset, and once you change your mindset, that's it. I can't go back. And so this one I need somebody to help me with this. I really want to catch the younger generation, right? The younger generation, the ones just now getting out of college, even grade school, right? If I can somehow team up with some people to teach this way of money, They'll be millionaires before 30. Millionaires. And it's not a secret, but they'll be millionaires before 30. You gotta, one of the secrets I've learned is this. You gotta stop thinking, when you go make money, you gotta stop thinking individually. You must think collectively. Because if the other people wasn't there and you open the business, nobody would be able to come to your business because nobody's there. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think collectively. So the majority of Americans, okay, let me give you I'm all over the place, but I'm just rambling. So let people come in that want to ask a personal finance question. All right. I'm gonna give you an example of what you cannot see when you're in debt. All right. So let me give you an example. And I just did a video this other day. Now, when people ask you to invest, right? You ever notice that they say nothing, no investment is 100% guaranteed return on investment, right? And everybody goes, yeah, we know that. We're going to get this percentage point. We got to watch the points and this and that and all this nonsense. Don't worry about all that. Don't worry about all that. You got to practice before you can't navigate between the financial thieves and whatever. Once you're debt free, they're not hard to see. Okay, they're really not hard to see. This is what you need to do to practice. Now, and I'm gonna give you an example of what guaranteed ROI is. But you must be debt free. What I'm about to tell you, you can't take advantage of it if you're not debt free. So if you have a job, if you invest $19,000, which is the max, into your 401k, you're probably like, woo-wee, I can't. That's a financial problem sign if you can't do that. I know it sounds crazy, but it is. $19,000. Now, if you invest $19,000 in your 401k, you know what the government says? You can take that. Not only are you saving $19,000 for retirement, you can take that $19,000 off your annual income for that year. Is that guaranteed? That sounds like guaranteed ROI to me. Because you save on taxes, because it reduces your annual income, so you're going to save on taxes. And you got $19,000 in retirement. And you can do that every year. But you must be debt free to do it. You see what I'm saying? You cannot see that. This is why it's a gift. This is why. Hey, you guys, get this information while it's free. I'm going to blow. I don't think most people understand. I'm going to blow up. Not that I'm going to not help people, but what I understand is a gift. And whoever understands this, you will be unstoppable in the finance game. Nobody will be able to mess with you. Hardly anybody will be able to scam you. Financial scams don't make financial sense. That's how to tell it's a financial scam. It doesn't make sense. Do the math. If the math doesn't make sense, that's a scam. But when you're in debt, financial scams are aimed at people in debt because they're hoping that fake check is real. They're hoping somebody's going to give them money for free. Why? I don't know. But you know what it is. It's just fear. That's all it is. Once you're out of debt, that's not, you're not fear, lack of money. That's not true. There's billions being made. The money's not lack. It's just the mindset of how to get it. And let me tell you something, people. It's not a secret. It's not a secret. It's not. It's fifth grade math. Look at this. I'm helping this brother. I didn't even know I was helping him until they reached out. I was like, hey, man, that makes me feel good. That's what I'm trying to do. Because I know once these guys do that, ain't no going back. You can tell people your secret. Hey, man, you know what? I just use fifth grade math on my personal finances. That's about it. They'll be like, what? Well, what you mean? What do you mean pay your debt off? What are you talking about? That's impossible. Yet you tell them you did it, but yet they said it's impossible. What does that say? Crazy, huh? I hope you guys, if you see that whoever's watching this video, I hope you guys please pass it along. schedule a free 15-minute consultation at DebtAintMyDaddy.com or DebtAintMyDaddy@gmail.com. This gives me an idea of where you're at financially, and of course, it'll be confidential. And I can create debt-free plans for you. Maybe if some people don't like me all the way up in their financial business, and maybe have one specific question. I have my rate set up to, I think I got it set up for 30 minutes, hourly, and if you sign up for annually, okay? And that way, the annual one, you get a free hour, or not a free, you get an hour a month to talk to me about anything that has to do with personal finances, your questions, should you do this, should you not do this, anything to do with personal finances, anything, right? Follow me on Instagram at DebtAintMyDaddy, Facebook at DebtAintMyDaddy, and you guys can see I got to put my, we just went in April, so I usually put up my entire credit report so you guys can have an idea of what I'm talking about. You let me know if you see any other person's credit report that looks like mine. Guarantee you won't. Guarantee you won't. Ain't that a bold statement? I guarantee you won't. And when I say credit report, all three. I'm talking about all three. I'm not just talking about one. I'm not trying to compare your credit scores. I'm trying to compare DTI, debt to income ratio. That's all I care about. I don't care about credit score. All right. That's the end of session 1. All right. If you like this session, put in the comments below. I'd appreciate it. Even if you want to hear a specific topic, let me know. Okay. All right. You guys have a wonderful day. Thank you for showing up. All right. Bye-bye.